13,153 men and women in Williams County will experience domestic violence in their lifetime. 1,150 of them will be children. That's why Sarah's Friends exists, to empower survivors of domestic violence and crime to heal emotionally, physically, and spiritually. Sarah's Friends was started in 1991. At that time, we had a need for a place where children who were victimized could be interviewed in a confidential setting. That interview was recorded, so that way that child only had to be recorded or say their story one time. Over the years, that mission changed. Those responsibilities were reallocated to other programs. And so Sarah's Friends changed the mission to help domestic violence survivors. And around 2013, now we help any victim of any crime in the county. Initially, survivors, when they reach out to us, they're just needing help. I mean, it's as simple as that. They are in a situation where they don't know who to turn to, who to ask for help, what the resources are. They just know that maybe what's happening to them is not okay. And sometimes they don't even know that much. So they reach out to our staff just for support, for guidance, for somebody to just assist them in whatever their process is, whether that's learning to heal, whether that's getting out of an unsafe situation, whatever their personal needs are, they just need a friend. And that's why Sarah's Friends, it's so fitting what our name is. A lot of people in our community think crime, like what we deal with every day, only occurs in big cities, but it happens here in rural America, and sometimes even more severe because we're so isolated. While we have the data and the numbers to support the need, and that can be very shocking, a lot of times what impacts people the most is to hear survivor testimonies right from them.
I went through some very horrific times in a marriage, moments that I didn't think or that I thought was normal. My husband was physically abusive to my children and I, more so mental though. Finances were kept. The kids and I had to scrounge for food. But when he started going after my kids, that's when I knew. I had tried leaving so many times. And there's even sometimes I still struggle. All I wanted was to be loved. I was told to reach out to you guys, and I kept saying no, or I will. And then came the day where I made the initial step to call you, and it's been a blessing ever since. I think speaking to you girls, it's like somebody finally heard me. Somebody finally validated that I wasn't crazy. It's so alarming to know that on the level that it continues to happen throughout our country, and nothing's done about it. I'm building and still healing. It's going to take a long time, a very long time. But I know I'll get through it, one day at a time.
Sarah's Friends hopes to empower survivors and walk alongside them as they figure out what comes next for them and know that they have full control over what steps they take and choices that they make, so that they can really determine what is best and what healing looks like moving forward. Our hope here at Sarah's Friends when working with survivors is that they find a safe place that they can share their stories, because we know that when stories are shared, shame dies. We also know that that is validating and healing for them to be able to give voice to their experiences, sometimes for the very first time. So I think that when survivors are with us, we really hope to be that safe place and that comfort for them as they figure out what they want to do and how they want to leave, because we know that leaving isn't always safer, and we also know that There's a lot of decisions that have to be made and changes that need to come forward, and that should be led by them. So we hope to be able to empower them and know at the end of the day that they get to rewrite the stories rather than have to live what has happened to them. I think it's just really important that survivors know that they aren't what happened to them, and that sometimes there's so much stigma and pressure from those in our lives that it can easily start to feel like they have to be a victim. And our goal here at Sarah's Friends is to make sure that they walk away defining who they are and that they're a survivor and they don't have to stay stuck. And sometimes it just takes one phone call, one email to know that help is out there.
Sarah's Friends has been around for 34 years, and our numbers sadly continue to grow. And we are so blessed to have a community that really rallies behind us and supports us, and our funding sources are there. But there are still so many people in our community that are impacted by violence every day that have not yet reached out for help, and we continue to need support in order to achieve that mission. As much work as this team has done, and as much as our community has supported us in doing, there's still more work to do.
And it's a long road, but you'll have Sarah's Friends who will walk you through every step of it, and they won't leave you.
There's still more work to be done to ensure individuals like the ones you heard from today can experience the same support and triumph they deserve.